I'm cold at this podcast stuff because my dog hit me this morning. I was going to do the podcast myself. I had a whole script for myself put up. You know, my dog hit me like, man, you know what? You should do this, that, and the third. Created a whole new script and it's banging. Why? Because I'm John. That's what John do. John is, you know, I'm probably rookie of the year when it comes to this podcast stuff, but you know, that's for another time. But this episode, if you will, is a special one just because these three individuals, one of them behind the ones and twos, you ain't gonna see it. You ain't got a camera on him, do you? Oh, Mark, you got a camera?
Yeah, I got a camera.
Talking about. We good. So listen, these three individuals sit down. You know, I want to personally thank them, you know, from the bottom of my heart, because without these three, I wouldn't be able to do this. So, you know, the audience, all the fans, if you like, subscribe, you know, these three individuals, you know what I mean, made all of this possible for me, even before when I didn't even want to do it. So, and we get all into the nuance of all of that, you know what I mean? But I wanted to personally thank all three of y'all for everything that y'all do, because y'all take time out y'all day. Mark used to, he don't take time out his day for me no more. Y'all take time out y'all day to, you know, make sure that, you know, it's easy for me, like I always say, they just turn the camera on, I do, and then they handle everything else after that. So I want to personally, you know, thank y'all, man. And, you know, from the bottom of my heart, I really want to say I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, Mark, we appreciate you too, John.
Man, see, that's what I'm talking about. You know, we cousins now.
Yeah, we family
mean?
for sure.
It's family now. You know, there's a lot of brown shit going on. My bad. New location, y'all. Matter of fact, while we at it, hold on, let me go and shout out the new location. Hold on, wait a minute. Give me a second. The Shop Cigar Lounge in the historic Strawberry Hill area of KCK is where we located at. And this is pimping, y'all. I don't know if y'all can see what's going on behind me. We'll give y'all a little one, you know, a little vlog before, you know what I'm saying, so y'all can see what's going on. But that is the new location, and I want to thank y'all, you know, as well for allowing us to shoot the podcast inside, because this is nice. And walking in here let me know I need to get my money up. Because, you know, I need to be in this type of stuff, you know what I mean, at all times, you know what I mean. But you know, this why I want to kick it off with these three guests, because let me be professional, okay? These are the owners and operators of ESPN. Oh, cut that. I was just watching ESPN this morning too. You knew what you was doing when you made that name, Eastside, bro. Hey. So listen, these three individuals that are sitting down with me are the owners and operators of NSPN, better known as No Solutions Productions. We got my big dog, Issa, in the building.
How you doing, everybody?
You know what I'm saying? The beautiful Mia over there.
Hello.
And then Marky Mark back there on the ones and twos. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody.
How you doing, brother? Yo, I ain't seen you in a minute, man. You said you been doing some sand volleyball?
Yeah, no, you were on Fridays, and I played sand volleyball during the summer, so I haven't seen you all summer.
That's what I'm talking about. Mark, you looking good, bro. You got a new diet going?
Actually, yeah, I lost a lot of weight. Oh, my God.
Been saying it every week. Don't hype him up.
Hey, bro, I noticed. And that's good, because I ain't seen you in a minute, bro. You looking good, bro.
Thank you.
You looking good,
You
bro.
want to know the secret?
Go ahead.
COVID.
Oh, good. You had COVID?
I did, yeah.
I'm glad you made it through that, bro. How long did you have it?
I had it about a week, but during that whole week, I didn't eat. I just couldn't. I was just sick as a dog. Couldn't eat.
So now you feel sexy now, huh?
Yeah, no, that's what it is.
You gonna catch COVID again?
He said fortune.
That's my new routine. If I need to lose some weight, I'm getting COVID.
Tinder game up?
You know what? No.
Oh, good.
Oh, and then another thing, bro, we got Mark in the building. Straighten this out with Pops, too. The big Mod. Straighten this out with him, because he asked to be on the podcast, and now you on, and I ain't got him. So straighten that out with Pops. It was him. You know, we talked about having you on the podcast, but Mark, I don't want you to feel like I'm not going to get you. Blame your son.
He just lost his spot.
Yeah, lost his spot. Yeah. He coming dolo. That's what I'm talking about. Pops in the back getting right. Let's check him out. On some, they back to being some OG. Check them out. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get into the podcast. Ooh. Look how I want to do it. It's in my notes, too. So I want to start this off by saying this. You know, NSPN, No Solutions. Who got the best podcast under the NSPN umbrella? And with that being said, welcome back to the I-70 podcast. It is your boy, John. You understand what I'm saying? You know, welcome. You know, make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, you know, hit that notification bell. Do all of that, man. Do all of that. Pops distracted me. He over there on the side, being himself. You know what I mean? But I really didn't want you to answer, Isa, bro, because I know I knew you weren't gonna answer. You see how I said it? Man. You said you was?
No, I said I wasn't.
Cool.
Y'all are tied for last place. No,
shit, bro. It's all right, bro. But I put that in my notes, and I knew I was gonna jump right into the intro after that, because you know I'm like that, y'all. This is what I do. Okay, now all of y'all are family, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, what is you and Mia, brother and sister?
Brother, sister.
Mark, that because you got hella cousins. Y'all got hella cousins.
He's my mom's sister's son. So
First cousins.
First
First
cousins.
cousins. Yep.
Yeah.
And you, how many? I was watching the previous episode that you was on. How many cousins do y'all have?
With mom's and dad's side
Hell
together,
yeah.
about 78 first cousins probably.
Listen, and that's a lot. I thought my granddaddy had a lot of grandkids. My granddaddy got 23 grandkids.
Yeah.
That's a lot of motherfucking
Yeah.
family, boy.
My dad's side is the one that helped it out because he got
13 siblings.
six brothers and 6 sisters.
six brothers. That's 6 brothers and 6 sisters.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
And y'all from KC, right?
Yep.
Born and raised.
this area, yeah.
Really?
Central, but it's right down the street.
So this your old stomping grounds? Y'all used to get in trouble over here? Be
Nah.
honest.
So like me, I moved over to OP when I was 5.
Okay.
So I don't really consider this my stomping grounds.
Got you.
Because I was over there in JO, OP holding it down.
Hold it down.
But our family's still around here, so we're always around here.
That's good because mom and pops popped in out of nowhere. I didn't even know they was coming. You know what I'm
Yeah, me
saying?
neither.
Whole little family, get together going on in here. Now, at one point in time, all three of y'all had a podcast together, correct?
Yep, No Solutions Podcast.
Now talk about that. What started that? Matter of fact, I'm gonna give it to Mia. Mia, what started that? Like, what made y'all go, let's do a podcast?
So I believe it was in 2020. He came to me with an idea of like creating a podcast, and prior years they had like spoke about it with my brother and Mark, and it just we never really got into it. So we were actually just kind of brainstorming and decided to just like purchase equipment and get things going. And that's exactly what we did. And we started off, we were actually in his basement
Your basement.
in 2020.
And that's how it kicked off.
Yeah. From there, we were just consistent with like getting twice a week was,
Yeah, we were doing 2 episodes a week.
yeah.
I'll be, never mind. We'll talk about, me and Isaac gonna talk about that later. Go ahead.
Yeah. So we were just knocking them down, and we got 4 seasons, I believe, out of it.
Nah, well, we ended up getting 81 episodes.
Yeah.
81. Ooh, that's a nice amount though.
Yeah, we stopped at 81.
Yeah. And then Mark, what was your thoughts when he came to you and was like, hey, man, I want to do this? Was you immediately like, come on, I'm with you, or did you have any form of like, what is podcasting, or you already familiar with the whole podcast industry?
At the time, I didn't really watch a lot of podcasts. Like even now, even though we're a productions company who does podcasting, I mean, I'm not a huge podcast guy. Like, ironically, but
He
I
doesn't do no homework, is what he's saying.
Basically, that's what you're saying.
What do you define homework? Just watching other people? I mean, there's different forms of entertainment. It doesn't just have to be, just the podcast scenario to be entertaining like that.
Do you watch talk shows?
I do, yeah,
Okay, so that's because I like talk shows and podcasts. It's the same thing.
Yeah. No, so when it came for me, he came to me. He said, hey, you want to do with Mia? I was like, you know what? Sure, why not? It sounds pretty fun. I was brought on to be a little bit of the comic relief, because he says not very funny himself. Yeah.
Man, he funny. He just,
He's funny looking.
Personality. Our personality is like this.
Yeah.
So he'll say something funny, but it's like he won't give theatrics behind what he say. It's just
Nothing.
he'll just say it. It's like, oh damn. Okay, so look. Okay. Oh yeah. See, I like this chair. You right.
Yeah,
I like
told
this.
you.
I like I could just be me and it's comfortable. Okay. Now starting out, did you know you was gonna want to grow it into what it is now?
Yeah, so actually, I feel like it was before even it was after our first episode. It was in our basement, and we had put the set together so well that people were like, what studio are you recording at? Like this and that, and people giving us hella compliments on just the look and the feel of it. And so after that one, we were like instantly like, we can open up a studio and do this for other people.
Yeah.
So we ended up crunching the numbers on, everything we would need for it, building costs, all that. And we were like, we ain't ready. We ain't there yet, So, yeah, that's when the planning started.
And then and furthermore, once you knew you wanted to do once a collective group, once y'all knew y'all wanted to do the company, did y'all know y'all was going to move away from having y'all own podcast?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I feel like with ours, so in between when we started the podcast and the company was 2 years. So after the first year of podcasting, we kind of died down a little bit, moved to 1 episode a week, and then we took probably 3 months off, I want to say.
I feel like life just got busy for everybody.
Yeah.
And it was hard to be consistent. And you have to be consistent when you're doing this. So
That's a fact. Even for me, and I think I said it a while back, this when I started doing the podcast, I mean, I have trouble being consistent with things. Like, I'll go hard at something for a while, but then I'll kind of like drop the ball and just like, man, fuck all that. You know what I mean? But once I got the podcast, I knew, okay, we got to drop an episode every week. So damn, I got to make sure that I'm on my game, so, consistency definitely is, and, everybody who has a podcast know things happen. Yeah. Get sick, go on vacation, but I kind of make it my business to, like, I have an obligation, you know what I mean? Let me go shoot this podcast, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of things that I don't do because I'm like, nah, bro, I'm going to do my podcast. Now, at this point, everybody kind of respect it and accept the fact that I got somewhere to be. But we switched days, y'all. It used to be Friday. Now it's Saturday at 12. So I don't want to hear no shit about you can't make it, bro. I don't want to hear none of that. You know what I'm saying? And we closer, too. I ain't going to tell y'all what we was at. That ain't. No. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, now, tell me this. Mark, in your opinion, bro, what makes a good podcast, in your opinion?
The host.
The host.
It's all about the host. The host has to bring the energy.
Go ahead. Don't keep talking.
Yeah. So it's about the host, because if your personality is not intriguing, then why do I want to watch? Right. I mean, you could be talking about the most like craziest stories, conspiracies, events, whatever's happening, but if you're getting into a flat, monotone rate, I'm not gonna care. It doesn't sound entertaining. There's no.
I got a rebuttal to that.
Oh, this is good.
No, because
this is the owner's edition, y'all. Yeah. Owner's edition. Yeah, go ahead.
You guys been seeing that little white girl Bobby?
Dude, okay, you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Hell yeah, that's not even in my notes, but I it's been up here. Go ahead.
Well, just because, like, to make to that point, like, you got to be energetic and all that. This girl is no type of energetic.
She is dry as your grandma's cornbread. And I don't get it, bro. Now, and then look, furthermore, how the hell she get, I ain't with all the podcast plant talk about it and all of that. Yeah. But how do you come out the gate, Drake?
Who she had? No,
Mark
she had Funny Marco.
Who from KC, and if you ever in town, boy, come pull up on me.
Actually, I think he's from St. Louis.
No, he is not. He is not gonna put that on us.
He's
from KC.
I saw a podcast where he said he's from St. Louis.
No, he's from KC.
I believe you, but I'm just saying what I heard out of his mouth.
Okay, my bad. My bad.
No, but she got the Funny Marco first, and then it was Drake.
Then she had Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban, that was a weird one.
Like, bro, you getting
dirty
billionaires? If he was dirty. So to your point though, Eastside. So there is a lane for that dry, just non-personality type way.
You got to have a catch,
What's her catch?
Her catch is the awkward bluntness,
See, that's the different though. That's what I mean. You gotta have a personality trait as well. I mean, if you are awkward and you can feel the awkwardness of it, that's what kind of. But like if you're just like straight monotone, like if you're bland, let's say bland is the overall word. I think if it's not delivered in a way that's like, if you're just literally a bland person, then I'm not going to want to watch. But if you're like bland with like you can tell it's a personality, then there's some entertainment to it.
Because she was like on her last one with Tyga, she was like,
I ain't watched that one yet.
They're all awkward, so I can't even say they're good. But she was like, by the way, I maxed out a credit card to get here. It was $3,000. Just want to let you know that. And he was like, you want me to reimburse you? And she's like, that'd be nice.
I'll say this. Some of the things, her awkwardness is funny at times. I will give her that. I ain't going to completely say it's not. Because it is a good podcast. Because she's doing her. You can tell that's who she is. You know what I mean? Now, Mia, answer this for me. What are the struggles of running a podcast, a media production podcast company?
I feel like there's a lot. Coming up with like creative content would be a major one that I feel like I personally struggled with when we began. Like, you just want to like capture everything and get the audience attention, and that's hard when you're doing the same thing that everyone else is doing.
And you're talking about from the script perspective, right?
Correct. Yeah. So that was one thing for sure.
And then same question for you, Isai. What's what's one of the biggest struggles of doing what you do?
So honestly, the hardest part is the scheduling.
Okay.
Just because we have 6 podcasts right now. We got 8 started. Well, 7 and 8 starting in September. But
you got some new stuff coming?
Yeah. We'll talk about it in a little bit. But the biggest problem is being able to work with 10 plus people's schedule. Yeah. And then they have to work with their guest schedule a little bit sometimes, and it could get hectic. So
I hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, now, we're going to get on to John just for a quick second. Mark, what was your first impression of John, bro?
So Isai had told me initially when you were on the Nightcappers podcast way in the beginning, and I was very what's the word I'm looking for? He just kind of threw me off. He's like, man, this is the most energetic dude I've ever seen. Yeah. I was like, really? So then I looked at the episode. I'm like, damn, this dude's got a lot of energy. And he said, this dude needs a show. He's like, let's give him a show then. Yeah. And then fucking off the ground, you fucking took it, man.
Easy, bro, because you are the one who walked in there. And everybody was there. Mark, was you there? No, you wasn't.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, you was on the ones and twos that day. I remember that. What was your impression? Like, because you was the one who walked. I'll give y'all the backstory after you answer the question. Go ahead.
Dude, I immediately was like,
I feel like you came to me right away because I was back behind
while
the
we
wall.
were there. You were still doing the podcast.
He needs a podcast.
You were probably like 15 minutes into the podcast, and I was like, we're giving him a show.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna ask him at the end, but we're gonna give him a show.
Yeah.
And I remember when I asked you was like, nah, I don't know. He was like, I don't know if I really want to do a podcast.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, bro, you need to do a podcast. I was like, but think on it and let me know. You know? And then you called me.
And did you think I was a natural as well? Did you? Because you was on the ones and twos.
Yeah, you literally brought the energy to that podcast.
Yeah.
Thank y'all, bro. That made me feel good. I just want to hear that. You know? Sometimes I like to hear that type of shit. Because it is true, y'all. I literally went in there, and I'm glad, because I always tell the story. But I'm glad I got the owners of the company to tell the story, so y'all know I'm not capping. I literally walked in there to do a favor. You know what I mean? To somebody who's, to a couple people who had a podcast, and I didn't know it was going to turn into that. And, right after it was over, he said, I walked right in. And it's funny, bro, because the first thing he said when he walked through the door after we cut the camera was, he looked right at me and was like, hey, bro, you want your own podcast? It was that is a true story. That's how it went. Okay, now, transitioning. Okay, and what this question I really want. Is it hard? He said, is it hard telling people they're not good at podcasting?
No.
He's blunt.
No,
that's real.
I like to be straightforward.
Yeah.
And for me, it's the tough part is, for me, it's not personal at all.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally just for my business. Mm-hmm. I want to make sure that we're putting out good content that people like. But, I still have a heart, so I do feel bad telling people.
Right.
But the business side of me puts out the personal side, so I don't have to think about it too long,
Yeah.
Kind of just move on.
I mean, that's real, because I think we have to be comfortable having uncomfortable conversations.
Exactly, yeah.
Because if you don't, I mean, you'll find yourself in a situation where you don't want to be somewhere or hell with somebody, and you don't want to tell them, and you're stuck now. So,
and open your mouth sometimes.
How many times have you had to do that?
Luckily, not
Twice.
Too much, and I wouldn't even say twice because I don't know. I don't really want to speak on it too much, but I never really had to fire anybody as a podcaster for being a bad podcaster. Mm-hmm. It was more a scheduling thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's the hard part too. Like, so when people come to me and say they want to do a podcast with us and stuff, and we do handle everything from top to bottom except for your guys' script and the show, but if they don't understand the commitment that comes with it, there's going to be a time where there could be a breakaway and they can't do it no more.
And then I'm sure with this company, it's people who kind of distance themselves, if you will, or like walk themselves out of the door. You won't even have to say nothing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Veer off.
Yeah, it's happened. It's happened.
I won't make you expound on it, bro. Yeah. Okay, now growing up, y'all all come from your household, boxing family.
Yeah.
What Pops? Did Pops leave already?
No, he's back there. He's back there.
I go holler at him. Growing up in a boxing family, how was that? Was it just etched in y'all when y'all first came through? Pops right there. What's going on, Pops? How you doing, baby? I'm doing all right. Damn.
Say it again.
Anyway, growing up in a boxing family, was it just etched in y'all?
Nah, so it wasn't until I want to say I was 7. I was 7. Me and my brother, we wanted to start boxing, and my dad, he knew a friend that he was pro back in the day here in KCK, by the name of Steve Earls. And he took us to his house. He had a little gym in his back room. So we'd go there, and we were just training for like about probably 2 weeks, and then he referred us to Turner Boxing Club.
Okay.
Down there in Turner, it's KCK still, but off 55th Street. And so my dad took us down there, and we instantly liked it. Big old group. Coaches were great. The team was great, and like then that's when my dad was like, I want to get into this boxing stuff too. So he started helping coaching.
Right.
And then from there, my sister, who she's older than me.
How many siblings you got?
I got 3 sisters and 1 brother.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Sorry, Adrian. I almost forgot. One. But so once she got into it, she immediately started fighting.
Gotcha.
Because she was older. I couldn't start fighting until I was 8. My brother, he started fighting a little bit after my sister, I believe. But yeah, that's when it all started, and we all fell in love with
Was
it.
y'all naturals?
No.
In your opinion? No?
I was pit bull.
Okay.
So, but I'd get hit a lot. So, yeah, my brother was a slick one. He was a defensive fighter, you know. But yeah.
But you know, that's how it is, them Latino fighters. You know, y'all motherfuckers come forward. Ain't no real, ain't a lot of ducking and moving. I think Canelo the only one who, you know, get saucy like that.
Yeah.
Let me not go there because you're going to school me and be like, nah.
No, you're right. You're
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
His defense is crazy.
His defense is nuts. Because, like, even Pitbull,
Yeah.
he coming forward. He walking down. He ain't.
He's a brick wall, big old forehead and everything.
I feel like you should did better than last fight. Pitbull,
Yeah, for
but
sure.
It's all good. Now, Mia, did you take to it immediately as well?
No, I was the only sibling that didn't box.
Or did they make you feel away?
No.
We going to the gym.
No, I was
So
always
what?
there. I was always there.
Okay.
But yeah, I was the only one that didn't. I think I trained for like a month, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is not for me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just
Now,
sit back.
cause that was one of my questions. I was gonna ask: Was you whooping up on the little girls in the neighborhood? Because it's not common that girls know how to box.
Hey, wait.
Stop.
She was.
Let's not get into
A
it.
little scrapper.
What? Not around here.
That's the thing. I didn't like the structure of boxing. It was
Okay.
too many rules. I was like, no.
Too many safety precautions.
To be honest with you, boxing was what kind of shaped my discipline and all that, because I swear to God, when you're 7 years old, 65 pounds wet, and they're trying to make you cut weight still, bro, the kids don't need to be doing that for one.
Yeah, it's not.
But
healthy.
we had to at times. And like weigh-ins, we'd have to go jog freaking 3 miles to lose the extra 0.5 pounds.
Yeah.
And it was like, it's stressful. Boxing is like one of the toughest sports to train for sure.
And growing up, I always loved boxing growing up, but my mama, she wouldn't let me box. Like, she wouldn't let me and my brother go to an official boxing gym and start boxing. My daddy, her and my daddy would butt heads because my daddy was like, them boys, well, we was fighters growing up. We always used to fight. So, but daddy was like, them boys, especially me, he like, that boy there, he can box. You know what I mean? And my mama just was like, I don't want him getting punch drunk and, lose his teeth and all of that. Because my daddy wanted to start us young, kind of how Pops did with y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But mom, she wasn't going for it. She was like, hell no, my babies ain't.
Yeah.
They ain't doing no boxing. So, see, mama, look, shout out to my mama. I low-key blame you, mama, for all the ass I was whooping growing up. Because if you'd have had me in boxing, I would have been able to do that all the time.
You would have took out your aggression somewhere else.
Because I was an angry kid, bro. Like, I was the baby of the family, bro. So, I got picked on, bro. Like, I'm the baby of 5 kids. And I got 3 big sisters. You know how it is to have big sisters. Big sisters pick on you, bro. They embarrass you. They beat you up in front of your friends.
For no reason.
For no reason, bro. They make you cry. I was very sensitive growing up, bro. They used to make me cry, bro. So I was just an angry kid. So, and at home, I'm getting ass whoopings from all my siblings. And I'm getting ass whoopings from mom and daddy. I was tired of taking ass whoopings. So when I left outside my household, everybody was in trouble. I took me some L's, though. Look, I took me some L's. But it's cool, though. You know what I mean? But you have a daughter. Are you going to allow her to box?
Yeah, I already train her.
She be in the gym?
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah.
Now, is that something you just going to let her do her, or you going to be like, you boxing?
Nah, so I want to train her to be like a freaking Green Beret Navy SEAL. You know, like obviously I want her to be a girly girl, whatever, but I also want her to be able to defend herself from anything and everything.
I think that's the dopest part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's creepy men out here. Now, Mia, you have a son, you going to let him box?
No.
No?
Absolutely
See, you like
not.
my mama. Why not?
So same reason
Okay.
as your mom. But I do let him train though.
Okay,
Because I
gotcha.
feel like it's good for him, not only like exercising and things like that, but when it comes to school, kids nowadays are ruthless. Like,
That's a fact.
it's just, so I want him to be able to defend himself in any situation. And I think boxing is good for kids just to learn fundamentals, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, honestly, I think we need boxing back in the community.
Yeah.
You know, because growing up, we had it. It was boxing everywhere, you know what I mean, when we was coming up. And now you just don't see things for kids to go do, you know what I mean? And most dudes I know that box growing up, they get in there and then they don't come out into the street and do it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you spoke on it earlier, it's that discipline. Like, and coaches, boxing coaches, bro, they are like true father figures because you in there with a child while he getting punched on.
Yeah.
He at the most, vulnerable point. You in there getting beat on, and it's you who gotta, correct that, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Now, this location we at, Eastside told me when we first got in here, this is the last place his hand was raised in amateur boxing. Am I correct? I got that right?
2012.
2000. What? How old was you in 2012? You remember?
14.
14? How old was I in 2012? Oh, damn. I didn't know you was that much younger than me.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
Old as fuck.
Oh, no. But look, listen. Who look younger, though?
Me.
Cap. One of my homeboys, he just had his 28th birthday talking, you old. I look younger than Mark. I'm older than Mark, too.
Mark looks 42, though.
That's what I'm saying. It's the beard, bro. Yeah. And it works for me not having no facial hair, y'all, because when I ain't got no haircut in like 2 weeks, but I still can look a little manageable. Y'all go without haircuts, it is.
It's wild.
It's the Mexican hair, though, dude. It pops out and shit. Like,
yeah. But I seen a couple Mexicans with waves, bro. When y'all start? Never mind.
That's just curly hair. They Puerto Rican.
No, that's real. No, that's real.
Hey, before we move off boxing, though, I want to say out here in Strawberry Hill, right next to the shop, Cigar Lounge, up the street on 5th Street is KCK Pal. It's an old church at the top of the hill on 5th Street. So if anybody's interested in that, bringing their kids out here.
And he's you see he the big dog of the whole thing, bro. So he kind of I wasn't gonna move off boxing. I had another question in regards to boxing. But he can't help himself.
Go ahead. No,
he can't help himself. No, what I was saying was it's getting crazy in boxing right now just because coming off of the Earl and Bud fight, now it's just a lot of chatter going on in the boxing community. You know what I'm saying? You got Tank, he going that, Bud saying he wanted to come down to 147. Do you want to see Tank versus Bud?
Honestly, I don't know. I always looked at them as completely different weight classes. So it's like, I don't really want to see it because I feel like Bud will just fuck him up.
I do too, bro. And I love Tank. Honestly, Tank is my favorite boxer right now because he got knockout power. I think Bud will tear his ass up, bro.
And I don't know that Tank is as disciplined when it comes to training as Bud is. Because like you saw Earl last fight look like he didn't train worth the shit.
I said it last episode, bro. He looked like he didn't belong in there with Bud.
Not at all.
And then what's my girl name?
Boxer?
Yeah.
Clarissa Shields?
Clarissa Shields. She called out Keith Thurman. How do you feel about women calling out male boxers? You come over in the boxing. I thought it was ridiculous. I didn't know.
See that.
You didn't see it?
No, that's funny.
Oh, and Keith responded.
He said, bet.
He basically was just like, I do it, but he was like, she got to wear headgear and all of that.
Right.
He's like, I'm not finna. He ended it by saying, I don't really want to punch up on a female. So you just think she out of pocket? I'm gonna stick on you as a woman. You think she just talking for clicks?
Like, I didn't see that, but
yeah,
I can't. Yeah, that's insane.
I couldn't believe it. I was just like,
I will say this though. In boxing, the females do be sparring the males.
Do they really?
So
I've never seen a female in the ring with a man before.
To train, because it's like think about it, like if you're gonna run a marathon, walk a marathon, whatever, you're gonna walk with a weighted backpack and some weighted ankle straps to train, So you just, when you're a female boxer, you want to fight the guys because that's going to be a tougher fight.
Yeah.
Is that even legal though? Like a female to fight a male?
Sparring wise,
it's called gender equality.
Yeah.
It's a great point there. It's a great point there, Mark. That's a hell of a point.
That goes to, I don't know, we shouldn't even go towards that direction. Never mind. I'm going to switch back around. I almost went the direction that could get us canceled.
Yeah.
If a woman throws the first punch, I think you should be allowed to throw one right back.
I grew up with sisters, bro.
Yeah, no. When it comes to my sisters, I agree with that. But I honestly, you tell me this, John.
Okay.
If you were out, say at the club, say at
anywhere I'm out and about.
Anywhere you're at. Anywhere.
Tell them about where I be at East.
Yeah, I know, my bad. And you see some girls arguing and stuff, and you're right there, and you mind your own business. They bump into you, they hit you.
Like she purposely swing on me,
she
or
purposely swings on you and lands it.
Okay. You asking me what I'm gonna do?
Yeah. Tread lightly.
No. I'm giving my honest opinion because this is my honest opinion. Because once again, I grew up with sisters. Okay. Yeah. For me, I'm not a small guy, so I don't need to hit a woman back.
Exactly.
Now, if I'm a pusher or a musher or whatever, I can never see myself balling my fists up and punching a female. Have I hit a female? I've hit my sisters, but come on, bro, that
don't count.
Come on, that shit don't count.
I hit her all the time.
Yeah, that shit don't count. But as far as being out and about, bro, I could never see myself. Because it's like, I don't know, when a woman is, I think a teenage boy is more dangerous to me than a grown woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A little 15, 16-year-old kid, to me, is more dangerous to me than a woman. So, nah, bro, I couldn't. Now, granted, is she wrong? Hell yeah. You know what I mean? If I seen, I don't know, bro, because I used to do security at the club, bro, and I literally.
You might have had to deal with that a few times.
I mean, I did. I beat a dude up, you know, because he hit a female. It was a girls fighting.
As you should.
And it was some girls, you know, I want to say it was his chick, you know what I mean? She was fighting with somebody, you know, girls doing what girls do, whatever. And we across the street and he hit her. You know, I watch him hit her. And I don't know what it was, bro. It's not even protocol to leave the spot to go, because they was across the street. Mm-hmm. It's not even protocol to do that. I actually got in trouble for it. But, I mean, I ain't give a damn, bro. It was like I just.
But that was from, you know, you growing up with all your sisters. You probably put the girl in your sister's shoes, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, what would you do if that? Or if it was your mom even or whatever, you know? Like, but yeah, no, I completely agree with you. When it comes to, like, a female hitting you, I would just take it on the chin and walk away. I wouldn't really even entertain it at all, you know? Cause,
I mean, I'm going to mush you, goddamn me.
Yeah,
I'm going to mush you. I'm going to give you the.
Right.
You better get your ass.
Five fingers,
I can take a female punch, I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, but shit, I'll say this, though. The last thing you want to happen, though, is to get dropped by a female, though. So.
Hey, I just stay asleep. Fuck it. I'm already down. If I'm already down, it's like, God damn, now, she got a crazy right hand.
Man, listen, I just said all of that, though, y'all. Matter of fact, I ain't even going to do that because hell no. She ever got you good? No, matter of fact, hold on. Nah, hell no, Mia, you ever got him good?
No,
baby?
have I?
Yeah, I mean, sure, yeah.
She got you good?
Not in the
I've
face.
never hit you in your face.
No, she slapped me in the face before when we were messing around.
Oh.
But I got the video of that. I might even put that on here.
You can't.
Nah, but it was like we were just messing around, and we always shadow box at each other and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I did it one time, and then I acted like I was slipping. She said,
"Yeah,
like, you won." No, it made that sound too. I was pissed.
No, let me think.
Dropped her after that.
The third oldest of my sister Nene. Shout out to you, baby. She was the last one of my sisters I ever hit. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, bro, I got picked on by my big sisters, bro. I always had a loud mouth, you know, and I talk a lot. Mm-hmm. And I used to be very, very, people don't believe me now, which I ain't no tall person. I'm 6 foot on a good day, goddamn me. But growing up, I was the runt. Like, I was just a little runt, bro. So everybody decided to fuck with Jonathan. And Jonathan wasn't going for it. You know what I mean? So just on this particular day, you know, Nene, I'm sorry I'm telling the story, baby. But look, that was a long time ago. She was fucking with me, bro, and I was running away from her trying to get away, and she, like, I'll never forget it, bro. My mom and daddy, they had a big king-size bed. I run to the other side of the bed. She's jumping over the bed to come on the side where I'm at. Lit her ass up. I ain't gonna lie. It's my baby, though. That's my baby. That's my heart.
Was it 1-2 combo?
No, it was one shot.
One shot?
Oh, I'm good with the one shot. My jab has always been the best. Because, I mean, I'm a boxer at heart, bro. So,
like a young Bud Crawford.
Yeah, I'm going to set it off with the jab. Like, it's just, because I would just talk, my big cousin Angelo, shout out to him. He kind of who got me into the whole boxing thing, because when I was little, you know how it be when you little, your uncles would be out there doing the, you know. Yeah. So at 3, I knew my 1-2. And my Uncle Angelo was always like, his favorite line was, don't ever throw one punch. But he was like, if you going to throw one punch, leave with your jab. Mm-hmm. So everybody who has succumbed to John, you got hit with that jab first. And that just is what it is. The story I was just telling y'all about, dude, after I, got him right, tuned him up, everybody up front of the club was like, bro, you got one of the quickest jabs I ever seen. I'm like, that's my punch. You know what I mean? That's how I get down. But anyway, enough about me with all this type of shit. Let's get back to some business. Now, give somebody tips, starting out, how y'all started out, as far as with podcasting.
It kind of depends on how serious they want to take it. So if someone wants to do it for fun, make sure you go get an audio board, and really you could start with that. Because you really don't need the cameras to start. It's a podcast, so you could, get an audio board, get some mics, set up in your kitchen, living room, wherever you want, and just start talking.
Yeah.
Get to talking, and then you could upload. There's a website called Buzzsprout that allows you to put your audio podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and like 15 other little small ones too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's not too hard. It can get expensive if you want the right stuff.
Yeah.
But quality is important.
Yeah, quality is important for sure. And if you want to take it serious, I recommend you get some decent cameras. They don't got to be no 4K cameras to start.
Yeah.
Is that what we got right here?
We got 4K. Yeah.
I just want to boss up on that. Little flex.
And then get you some good lighting, because that's probably the most important part. Honestly, people don't take that too serious on some podcasts, and it just doesn't look too great, you know.
But I'm medium ugly though, so you look like these lights low key be enhancing my.
They make hey, if anything, they help them medium ugly, all right.
A little bit, you know what I'm saying. But I ain't. Yeah, all right, maybe you right.
Yeah, put medium ugly under a spotlight.
That's a
or
good point.
put them just on a stage.
Women, y'all do it all the time.
Exactly.
Y'all do it all the time. All type of little things. Man, you right. Because I mean, I always get compliments like when people, like when I have guests, the first thing they say is, "Oh, bro, y'all got this hooked up." So, you know, yeah, you right on that. You know what I mean? And I say that's probably the biggest thing I take away from what you just said is how serious you want to take it. Because honestly speaking, I didn't know how serious I want. Let me say this: when I didn't know if I wanted to do it, it was just everybody around me like, nah, bro, like, because before this, I was really like, man, I'm gonna take off, which I still, you know, dibble and dabble with real estate, you know what I mean, trying to do transactions here and there, but, you know, all my friends was like, bro, I know you want to do real estate, bro, but, bro, this is you. Like, you've been doing this since we've been in the cafeteria, since we was in 6th grade, bro.
Right.
Go do that. So, and I took it very serious, and I definitely developed a love for it, you know what I mean? Matter of fact, Mark, let me ask you this, since you're not a podcast guy, what's your favorite podcast that you will entertain and watch?
It's these two guys who they're from K-State. It's called Two Black Nerds. They talk about movies.
They're from K-State?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they talk about movies and different stuff like that. Yeah, just like real geeky stuff. Their names?
The name of the podcast.
Two Black Nerds.
Oh, okay.
Two Black Nerds. Are they nerds? Are they?
I mean, I don't really know.
I mean, if they're talking about movies
and some pretty dorky stuff,
it could be dorky. Yeah.
So is that your get down, Mark? Or you a dork at heart?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Really?
I answer for him. No.
Hey, no, man, be yourself, man. So tell me this, Mark. Since you comfortable, we grown now. You comfortable with being a dork inside? How did you ever feel a way growing up? Like, man, I'm kind of dorky, or did that? I don't know. Like, just explain to me the dorkiness, if that's a word.
It is a word, but okay. So for instance, my dorkiness. I've always been a huge movie guy. Like, I know all like those indiscriminate facts that like nobody cares to know about
movies.
Yeah, like I'm good in trivia when it comes to movie shit.
He be quoting movies all the time too.
So do you watch movies in like if it's a real life thing, or you Googling while you watching the movie? Because that's what I do. So I kind of got some dorkiness to me too.
What do you mean Googling?
So like for instance, my favorite movie is Braveheart.
Oh yeah, we know.
I said that on the big. Let me go back. First of all, I was on the Big Mind one time, and they asked me my favorite movie. I'm like, yeah, it's Braveheart. Pop's gonna talk about something. There ain't no black people in there. What's that got to do with it? So look,
it threw us off. I mean,
no, it's all good. It's all good. But what I was saying, you know, when I watch movies, I'm the same way. Like if I watch anything, I'm like, if it's like I like based on true story type movies. Yeah. What's your favorite genre? Matter of fact, let me ask you that before we get off of you.
I have to say probably fantasy sci-fi.
What's your favorite movie?
Back to the Future. For sure. It's one of my top 10s for sure.
Yeah, you're a dorky motherfucker.
Yeah, no, for real.
You're a dorky motherfucker.
Yeah, no, seriously. Love the 1980s, all the movies from that era. But when it comes back to it, it's just like my dorkiness in that level is I've always been like pretty open about that. Like I love repping that kind of stuff. Yeah. I mean, I'm into anime. I got an anime tattoo. That shit's mainstream, by the way.
We're not calling it dorky no more. Because now everybody...
it's still dorky. I don't care what y'all say.
I don't get into it, bro. I can't do it, bro.
I never have.
I can't do it.
Hey, you know when something's cool? Is when the black populace loves it. And the black populace loves anime.
I remember when they took over the black community. I'm like, wait, when the fuck
they started dressing up with the Naruto, jumping off shit and stuff.
My homeboy, one of my best friends, shout out my dog JC, he got it tattooed on him.
Yeah.
Named his dog after one of that, what is it, Pain?
Yeah. Literally, like, there's a whole YouTube channel. These like black dudes who like do just the dorkiest anime stuff.
Is he dorky?
My homeboy? Yeah. No. Street dude, all that. He just like.
Nah, he's a street dorky dude.
Street. I tell him all the time, but you're lame ass motherfucker about you. Matter of fact, Mia, how do you feel about grown men who like anime?
I've never been attracted to that. Like,
right. So if a man,
to each his own. No judgment.
But no.
Not my thing.
But no. Yeah. But no. Okay, and now talk about getting sponsorship for your podcast.
So that's a tough part because are you saying like in general or for us?
Just period. I mean, matter of fact, we'll do both.
Yeah,
for somebody starting out, getting sponsorship for your podcast.
So in general, it's just about the noise you're able to make.
Okay.
You know, so like you need to be able to not only have the views but also have the engagement.
Okay.
And without that, you can't really like. It's pointless for you to be a sponsor for anybody or have a sponsor for anything, because then it's just the sponsor kind of getting the tax write-off, but they're not really getting no benefit from the advertisement. You know. But for us, we're building it to where we have engagement through, you know, the 6 different platforms we have.
Yeah.
So it makes it well worth it for advertisers, because not only will advertising money help us fund this whole operation, but it also helps us fund the promotional side of it. So like having sponsors allows us to be able to have more clips every time, and then that drives engagement up on everything.
Yeah.
And so it just all works out.
And then how important is marketing?
It's major. I was actually just gonna speak on that because when we approach the sponsors and things of that nature, they want to see like the engagement that you have with the audience.
Okay.
They want to know that, okay, if my business is going to be plastered on this podcast, I want to know it's going to get some traction. Right. So marketing is probably major. Like it's major for sure, but I would say number one. Probably. Yeah. Number one aspect.
Being the host of a podcast is give tips to somebody, like, you know, because these tips gonna help John. Just what type of marketing you should be doing. Should it be like a every day you putting out something?
Yeah. So like right now, we've had some setbacks and haven't had the not only funding but the workers to help produce all this content. But ideally, you want to be doing at least 1 clip a day,
right? And
putting out a podcast at least once a week,
right?
Anything less is, you know, spinning your wheels a little bit. If you could put out 2 podcasts a week, that not only allows you to get way more clips, but it also allows, you know, your engagement to just drive up so much faster.
Yeah.
But the big thing I would say is that you need to be able to put out the right clips. So like for all you podcasters out there that are putting out clips, you don't want to just put out a clip just to put it out and make sure you got a clip out. Yeah. You want to definitely make sure that it's something that is going to be eye-catching, that's going to drive someone to watch the whole podcast. Yeah. So like definitive statements, interesting facts, funny shit, anything that's gonna engage a person to want to watch your podcast is what you want to put out as a clip. Yeah. Yeah.
And then Mark, so you don't feel like it has to be controversial for it to be let me ask that question better. Do you feel like something's not going to be as engaging if it's not controversial with the times that we are now? Because, you know, controversy is king, it feels like.
It's tough not to be controversial. It's tough not to be popular and not be controversial.
Right. I feel the same way.
Unless you're like literally like someone with already a high status who can just say whatever and it just goes viral just because you are who you are, then unfortunately, like at these times, us kind of lower tiers, you gotta say something outlandish just to get noticed.
Yeah, bro. And I'm glad you said that, bro, because I feel that all the time, bro. Like I'll be like, because I know, and matter of fact, Issa said this to me one day. Like he was like, bro, you so professional. Like I see it. Like I see you trying to be, you know, non-controversial. And he wasn't telling me to be controversial. He was just letting me know that he's aware. He see me trying to be professional. And I think to myself all the time, man, I would probably get way more traction if I just said, but that's just not me. You know what I mean? Now, Issa, do you feel like you have to be controversial to blow, or?
That's what people want to see.
Right.
So I would say that's why I don't like to use controversial. I like to say definitive.
Definitive, okay.
So definitive would mean just that your opinion isn't what the masses would be, you know? So like you want to be able to poke the bear a little bit without being controversial and defaming someone or belittling someone, you know? Like it's all right if you have a different opinion on something than me, you know, but if that opinion is like way out left from what everybody else thinks, then it's going to catch, you know? So.
And then, I mean, how do you feel about all the because all the podcasts that I see, well, majority of stuff I see is the whole man versus woman type deal. How do you feel about that wave?
So currently my favorite podcast is Know For Sure podcast with B. Simone and her best friend.
I know you're talking about, yeah.
And that's pretty much, it's like about relationships and things like that. But that's what people want to see and want to hear.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I guess it just depends on what type of audience you want to capture.
Great point. Great point. Because that's kind of where I'm at. You know what I mean? I'm like, I know who take to what I say. You know what I mean? I know the demographic and the people that will, immediately take to what I say. But I definitely want to be able to branch out and, attract everything. But I don't know, man, because with the whole relationship podcast thing, man, it's like, that's not me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the guy to argue with women and go back and forth with women. That's just not my get down, bro. Like, I can give my opinion on something for sure. And then, I don't know, a part of me, I be on some pussy shit, though. Let me be honest, bro. Because women, when they come, they come. And, like, when they come at your neck, they coming at your neck. You know what I mean? And it's like, baby, I'm not even that type of guy. Yeah. You know what I mean? But, I don't know. A part of me just kind of want to stand on who I am with this podcast. I don't want to switch up and be somebody that I'm not.
Get jaded.
Yeah, bro. Like, because it's just like, I don't know, it's not worth it enough for me to put negativity out that I don't even agree in. Because I think a lot of people, it's some people with podcasts who, and I'm not one of the people who say certain people don't deserve podcasts, because I don't like people say that. What is your thoughts on that statement, by the way?
Some people don't deserve podcasts.
You have to be a natural.
No, but it's not even that they don't deserve it. It's that there's doing podcasts for fun, and there's doing podcasts with the hopes of making it your business.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
That's
so
real.
If you have it for the hopes of making your business, you have to be able to have self-awareness to step back and be like, I'm not it. So like that's a perfect example. Me.
Yeah.
I was doing the podcast with Mark and Mia. Mark and Mia have their personalities, and I'm here. Like you said,
You are.
So I had the self-awareness to be like, I don't really need to be behind the camera, but I got the skills and knowledge to be doing podcasting still. So let's put some people in front of the camera that do deserve to be there.
Right.
Because like myself, I was one that I don't really deserve to be behind the camera as a host.
Yeah.
I could go and be a guest on podcasts, and I love podcasts.
Yeah.
Like, as you can see, you haven't had my energy like this in a while.
This is great.
Yeah.
When he said, when he ain't tell me to do it. He suggested it. I was like, hell yeah. Like, come on, let's do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I did want to see my dog get out of his shell a little bit. You know what I mean? That's why I did that. Okay, now, and then once you, matter of fact, I want to stay on the point that you on. How did it take a long time for you to be like, okay, this not me? Or
no,
it wasn't hard. It wasn't a hard decision.
No, not at all. So right when we started the business, basically, I was like, we did our podcast probably for 3 more episodes, something like that. Mm-hmm. While we had the business open in 2021. It was 21, right? Or 22?
Yeah, 20.
No, it was 22.
22, yeah.
Anyways, in 2022. And then we decided that we're just going to stop and just focus on the podcast for everybody else.
Yeah.
And at that point, we weren't even trying to be a network yet. We were just trying to get hired to make podcasts for people.
Right.
And it wasn't until 2023 that we officially said we're going to do a network where we're going to do podcasts just for ourselves, no one else.
Was you scared, Mark, when he came to you and said, "Look, I want to do this"? Was you what the fuck is he thinking? Or was you already just like, I'm with it too?
You mean the change of like from going
to the network?
Oh no, no, it was a smart play. I mean, because I don't want to say we scared people off, but the idea of podcasting, people just do not understand what goes into it. Everybody wants a podcast,
that's real,
but no one wants to really look at. It's not a cheap endeavor.
That's right.
You got to put some bread into it before.
Yeah. So our prices, I'll be completely transparent. They were damn near rent or a mortgage payment a month. You know, but that involves hella work for the podcast, social media. It's like it's the deal you got today.
Yeah.
But they just no one bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's real. I mean, because everybody do think, that was a great point, Mark. Everybody think it's just camera, go. You know what I mean? And honestly speaking, I've learned so much from, these three, mainly my dog Eastside, bro. He teach me so much, because being that I am a natural, I used to be like, I'm just coming here and do this shit. But he would always granted, he let me do me, but he never hesitates to be like, hey, John, if you do this, bro, you already natural. If you just tweak this a little bit, you good. And motherfucker ain't steered me wrong yet. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see how I-70 doing, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, Mark, how is it shooting a podcast with Pops? Shout out to the Big Mod podcast.
So with my dad, it's interesting. Let's say that He's the one that really leads it. It's his podcast.
Okay.
I just kind of co-host with him, so he really just takes the reins and goes whatever he wants to do. I'm there to tag along with it. So doing it with family, especially a parent, it's kind of difficult. It's tough with family, for sure, with family because there's a difference between butting heads with a friend or someone like a partner on your show, but with your family, you're never going to see eye to eye.
Never.
You're just going to keep
that's
arguing, and it never goes in like a positive direction.
Makes for great content.
It does. It does. No, I will give you that, but it's also just kind of like, all right, this feels kind of like pointless at this point. Let's go to the next thing. We're never going to get past this.
They be butting heads and arguing a lot. For sure.
I feel like family and business.
It's tough.
Don't blend.
I'm with you. Baby, I'm with you.
He says on the.
I'm with you.
Said that. Okay, wait, because I got a bone to pick with that.
Okay.
So family should act as family when dealing with business together, because it is 100% possible to do business with your family.
Okay.
But when you got two people that are family and they want to do a business, but they're both looking out for number one, it's not ever going to work.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, if you go into a business with your family, you guys have to be together. You have to be thinking about each other during decisions, outcome of what you want to happen for your business. You got to be putting into perspective that your family is having your back the same that you should have their back.
Yeah. Now,
most family, when they go into business together, which I hate seeing, they always will butt heads, disagree on things, and it just doesn't go well.
Yeah.
And that's why they say family and business don't mix. But
I mean, I agree.
It can mess up relationships. And
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Not if you don't let it get personal. If people take business too personal, it's not personal at all.
But when it's family, it's going to get personal, low key.
It shouldn't.
But it's natural, though.
Yeah.
For instance, though.
Naturally, it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially when it's siblings, you know what I mean? Because, like, for instance, like, I have my big brother, he is the business brain of our family. You know what I mean? He's incredible when it comes to business. He put our family on to LLCs and loans, and I remember when he paid off my mom and daddy crib. Man, you know what I'm saying? But he's strong. Like he's strong. Yeah. He's like you. He's strong willed, bro. Like he know his stuff. Yeah. You know your stuff. Mm-hmm. So being his baby brother, when I come to him, on something, you know what I mean? He takes on the big brother role. Yeah. And it's more so like, nah, baby bro, I got this. But I'll be like, hey, hold on. Yeah. I got this too. Like, let me, you know what I mean? So it definitely get tough. I could not imagine though having a podcast with my daddy though. That is, my daddy gonna hit me up about it. So you wouldn't have a podcast with me? And did you know you was gonna do it out the gate, Mark? Like, or it's something that he asked you to do it? Did you know you was gonna do it?
No, he asked me to do it with him. Like, I know he's always wanted to do a podcast himself. Like, my dad's got a super out there personality.
Yeah. Oh, he do. That's my guy right there.
Yeah. So when he asked me to do it, I'm like, all right, we can have fun because me and my dad have always had this thing. We don't get to show it a lot on the podcast, which kind of sucks because it's always in the moment.
Yeah.
But we have, like, one of those just brain chemistries where, like, one of our things we do is someone will say a line, just like the most random line, and then he'll say the line from a song with that word in it, and then we go back and forth, challenge each other, see how many songs we could come up with that line in it, like that mental stuff. Like we're super close and like that kind of stuff, just always joking around.
And it's a whole family event because your brother, you got your brother.
So we got
too,
the
right?
younger brother on the ones and twos, which I'm doing right
Chris
now.
No H.
Chris No H. That's his job during our episodes, but it's fun. There's a lot more I'd want to do with my dad, though, too, in terms of like entertainment.
Big Mod, the moment we had him on our podcast, the moment he got there, he was like, nephew, this is what I want to do. Yeah. He was like, he used to listen to Opie and Anthony on the radio and stuff, and different radio shows, and he was like, nephew, this has been a dream of mine since I was like young, and it wasn't until like a year later or 2 years later even that we got him a show, but he loves this shit.
Yeah, he's currently in the leading right now. I mean, he's been doing it for a lot longer than the podcast, but he just finished his 5th season, 60th episode.
Woo, shut up. Oh, yeah, he got the headphones. I ain't got my headphones. It's been weird not having my headphones on.
Right. Yeah.
All right, now listen. Tell me this, bro. On NSPN's Instagram, it has #1 podcast company in Kansas.
#1 podcast production company in Kansas.
What made you, how does someone make that stamp?
I did it personally because I don't see no one else doing what we're doing.
I don't either.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. There's other podcasts out in Kansas City that are big, but they're sole podcasts. Power comes from the people. Yeah. And we got a lot of people.
Okay.
So,
dope.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to talk to you about these other podcasts. You know, I like to, I'm competitive. I like to, I want to know what podcast you talking about.
No, we're going to invite them on too.
Yeah.
Because that's one big thing. So I reached out to this one podcast that they weren't even big or anything, but I just seen that they're really great energy and they got a good show going, and they don't have the aesthetic yet.
Yeah.
And so I reached out to them myself, and I was like, hey, if you guys ever want any help with the aesthetic of the show, logos, anything, like I'll help you out, no charge or whatever. But I believe that all the podcasts in Kansas City, big and small, should be using each other like crazy, because this is a small city.
Facts.
It's not that giant. And so all these podcasts in the city that they're all trying to be number one and do the biggest things and stuff, that's cool. That 100%, as you should, but you should be competing with yourself and your past episodes and your past production and all that, not like with each other.
Yeah.
So like, to me, we got number one podcast production company. Now, do we have the number one podcast in the city yet? Probably, but probably not. You never know.
Yes. Yes.
But I love competition, but when it comes to this, there's no competing, because we all have a common goal of just talking. Just talking shit, getting the city some awareness, and building together.
You think John too competitive?
No, hell no.
Okay.
No, but hey, you also competing with yourself though.
Oh, every day.
You are one of our podcasters that I will say, you are always trying to get better.
Facts.
Episode to episode.
Yeah.
It's not like you're just like going, next season I'm gonna do this, next season I'm gonna do that. Next episode you're already tweaking things for yourself. Yeah. Figuring shit out. And that's what's gonna keep you ahead.
Because I'm my biggest critic. You know what I'm saying? I messed up last episode, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? I'm not, I don't think, let me say this. I am competitive. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm competitive in the aspect of, I'm an athlete. I'm a former athlete. You know what I mean? And it's like, if you in the same thing as me, my thought is, well, motherfucker, I'm better than you. You know what I mean? And I don't mean it in a malicious way. And I think I alluded to this last episode. I don't, because at the same time, I'll have whoever come and sit down with me. You know what I mean? I truly believe, for the audience that's watching, this is what, this is shit is God given, bro. Like Mia said it earlier, I'm a natural, bro. Like it's just what I do. You know what I mean? I can talk. And I don't feel like nobody can talk better than John. You know what I mean? That's just this is. But anyway, but you're right, bro. We definitely need to network, because even me, and I'll be, transparent and say I need to do more of that. You know what I mean? Of getting other podcasts to come on rather than. Because I be wanting to be number one, bro. But that's just me, bro. That's always gonna be me. I ain't gonna never put that down, though.
I do like you guys competing internally in the network.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it, bro.
I do like that. But
I love
that's
it.
because, like I said, like once you're on our network, I prefer to keep it a family aspect. Obviously we got to keep it business, but to me, I rather keep it family, keep it like easy, modest, just chilling, not nothing too serious.
But it's a team though.
Yeah.
And when you're on a team, you compete.
Yeah.
Amongst before you go have your first game, you running around with your team for 2-3 months. Then you go compete against somebody else.
Yeah.
So it's just natural competition. So
this is a solo sport for sure.
For sure. You know what I mean? What they've been saying about I-70 within the network, you know what I'm saying? that shit don't get back to John.
I don't be saying nothing, dude.
All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I figured that's what the move was. You know what I'm saying? But look, say it to let John know what the move is. Let me know it's competition, so I really can, because I don't even be, but I love y'all though. Shout out all the podcasts on the NSPN. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I will say, for the others on NSPN watching, I will say,
Go ahead.
John and Big Mod are tied for who takes it the most serious.
Okay, boom. Okay, no, real. No, that's real.
You thought I was going somewhere else?
No, I did.
Yeah, no. You guys take it the most serious, and we appreciate that the most, because then we definitely are getting our, our time's worth.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's real, because going on, and I kind of took it more serious, bro, after I went on to the Big Mod podcast, because Pops had his notes. Like some of the most organized shit I've ever seen.
Right.
And this is what we talk about when we saying when you have a podcast, it's not just talking. I mean, you can do that, but you can see right through that, in my humble opinion. You can see when somebody just rambling and, no structure. when I sat down and I seen him flip open his notebook, well, his joint, and he had everything organized, what he wanted to talk about, I literally, like he said, the next episode, bro, I had notes just like that. Then I broke my damn charger for my laptop. That's why I keep doing my phone. I don't even like doing this no more. I don't like keep looking down, unlocking my phone, because I just don't like the way that shit looks.
So once we get some sponsors, we could get a teleprompter up in here. So
now save your money on the teleprompter, bro.
No, because we're gonna get a big sponsor for ourselves, all right?
Man, look, shout out to the boy, man. Come holler at me. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We open for it, not any and everything. You know what I mean? Now, tell me this though, Isa, how is it picking a sponsor though? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's really the sponsor for them to get the most out of the sponsorship, they have to be a consumer-based business.
Okay.
So they have to be making some sort of transaction with people. Mm-hmm. If it's just, let's see, what's a good example of a business? Say a bar.
Okay.
A bar wouldn't make a good sponsor.
Why is that?
Because, yes, they're based on crowds.
Yeah.
But most bars are going to have crowds regardless we put them out or not, you know?
Facts.
So I think the best way to do it, and like if you guys want to take our approach to how we're doing all these podcasts now, you want to go partner with the bar, like put your podcast inside of a bar, that's where it could be beneficial for both parties.
Yeah.
But as a sponsor, you definitely need to have some sort of either service or product that you're pushing to people to be worth sponsoring a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then as far as, because like what we're doing right now, because I'm kind of going with the flow as it go. How is it like? Because Mark, I do a podcast and it's inside of somewhere and people coming and going. How is it distracting? Is it? Because I'm getting used to it as we go, which I'm used to.
Last time it was, I feel like.
Yeah, no. Last time when they had a guest and like we film at a bar,
right?
But usually the bar's not open on this day.
Okay,
that's when we get a shoot. But sometimes there's still people that come through, and it depends. Like usually it's a fun engagement because usually this is a small group of people that my dad knows this community. I don't say it's small, but it's a very well-known community. Like everybody knows each other. Yeah. So if someone comes in and they see them, they're going to start jabbing at each other, and then it just gives this bit more fun energy. Yeah,
I can only imagine.
But last time there was a meeting there when we were recording, and one of the old guys that was in the meeting, he just came and stepped through the set, trying to go to the restroom. He could have went around the bar and went to the restroom, but he just stepped over the set. My uncle was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, me on me.
He got stuck. He was trying to step over, but then he just stopped.
I don't give him benefit of the down part. He shouldn't have walked through the podcast.
Yeah, damn right. No, but he's old. He's old. He probably.
Oh, he's old.
He was old, but he was older for sure.
He knew what he was doing, Mark. Don't give him over no pass, bro.
Yeah,
he
said, "Fuck Big Mark."
Yeah, basically, you as the younger statesman, you should have handled that. You shouldn't have let Pops do it.
Hey, big dog.
Yeah, you should have handled that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if you had seen one of the Nightcappers episodes when we were out at an event, but there was a girl that had walked through. It's all cut. But this girl was walking through, like, in the middle, and oh, my God.
She almost got
no, you lying.
One of our guests, it was at the Ono Festival.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
This girl, she walked by twice, and on the second time, the guest I was sitting down was like, "Do you want to get your ass beat?" I was like, "Oh, no."
Yeah.
I missed that.
I seen the setup, though. How was, she just kept going in front of the camera?
Yeah. And you were able to, we left room to walk behind it. So
For
you didn't have to get it, And she just drunk, didn't care. It was just walking. At one point, she hit us with the walk through, stop right in the middle, turn around, talk to somebody.
Oh hell no!
It was like that, yeah. So shit. I just told the girl, I was like, "Hey, if you're gonna beat her ass, take her over there." I was like, "Get away from the equipment."
I mean, that might be good content though. You might have to swindle the camera, catch some of that.
That one was a tight spot, like a small spot.
Yeah.
So.
And how do you feel? About doing podcasts, like what was that experience like? Shooting a podcast at a festival.
That one, I tried hitting up Guinness's World Record, but because we had 18 guests on one podcast.
That was fast podcast, bro.
We had 18 guests, but
I structured it very well too.
Yeah, no, it was a unique experience. I was glad we did it. We were able to get D-Walk on, so it was cool.
He going on Nightcappers?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some.
We'll get him on here too.
No. We competing within the network. Yeah, I don't need none of them.
He said it's me or them.
Yeah, it's me or them. You go over there. Nope. Hell no. Nope. Hell no.
Let me turn that question on you. How do you feel about that?
About
what? So say one of our podcasts gets a certain guest you wanted before you do.
Okay, here's how I feel. I feel like this because we on the same team. I want them to be their guest, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? And because I watch everybody's podcast, bro, I don't want to ask the same questions and all of that. So for me, being the type of guy I am, y'all know me at this point. I'm a loyal guy. I talk a lot of shit about competitive and all of that. Yeah. I always be like, okay, if you went over there, you know what I mean? I want them to have, you know what I'm saying? Like my dog Nick, he hit nightcappers and I was gonna have him on mine, but I don't know. My thinking is just like, I want them, when a motherfucker look up and be like, damn, I want to watch a Nick Davis interview, I want them to go to nightcappers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to. You know what I mean? But, so, how do you feel about that?
At the same time, though, I feel like if, for example, you use Nick, if someone's a fan of Nick and they see him on multiple podcasts, they're going to tune into everything. Yeah. So I don't see it as an issue. But I get where you're coming from with that.
That's the only hard part what you was talking about is the questions. Yeah. Not asking the same ones.
Mm-hmm. You smell me? Like, it's like, and granted, I'm creative. I can come up and I can switch it and, you know what I mean?
Now, if he got through all 6 podcasts, at some point, someone's going to ask the same question.
Yeah. So, now, but how do you feel about that as far as, what I just said?
I'd be for it because honestly, like, we're working on getting bigger names, like a lot bigger, like celebrities coming through town and stuff.
I've been hitting them up too.
I kind of want to be like, hey, I got a few podcasts that I can put you on.
That's real.
Now, obviously, I don't want to put them on every single one because it probably won't make sense.
Right.
But I want to be like, hey, I got a circuit that you could go through to promote your show coming up or whatever, you know? But, we'll get there.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy you asked me that, bro. And that was off script. You know what I mean? I didn't think he's going to ask me that, bro. But no, I've always been low-key loyal to a fault. Like, that's just who I am, you know what I mean? And like I said before, I know I'm talking about the competitive side and all of that, but everybody under the umbrella, I'm extremely happy for everybody, bro. I watch it. Like I said, I watch every episode of everything. You know what I'm saying? I make sure. I don't know if y'all be noticing. I got a different YouTube where I be liking all y'all YouTube videos or whatnot. But I'm always trying to show love and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I'm kind of loyal to a fault in that aspect. So I will not do something in fear that somebody would feel away. You know what I mean? So. No, that's always. Are you trying to say I need to get some guests that's been on other podcasts?
You can also bring out a different type of energy in people, though, too.
Say that, me. So, okay, go ahead. You got it.
I think that's important.
That was a good point. That was a good point.
Yeah. No, that's 100% true. Yeah.
That is a great point. And now, see, this is why you need women in your life, good women. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna say they're smarter than us. They just think from a different perspective than we do. You know what I mean? So yeah. We got. What we looking like on time, bro?
We're about an hour, 8 minutes.
I always know when I'm about an hour. Don't y'all know? I structure my look. Let me say this to y'all. I structure my questions, bro, because I know I talk a lot. So I'm like, never mind. I ain't gonna give y'all my sauce. Now, I almost gave y'all my sauce, bro, because y'all gonna steal it. And since I know that it's competition, you know what I mean. I really ain't gonna tell y'all my sauce. You know what I mean? Because I want y'all to keep doing what y'all doing. You know what I mean? Anyway, listen, man. It's been a wonderful episode. You know what I mean? Oh, we ain't crossed over hour yet. Hell no, I ain't in nothing just yet. But I tell you what though, Issa, bro.
We're at hour 8.
We are? Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Issa, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Some things in my notes that I, can't. No, hell no. We'll talk about it off camera. Some things I can't really discuss now. You know what I mean? I had more. But then, it remains to be seen. You know what I mean? Big Mod and them gonna hold me down if some jump over. I'm just playing. Listen, y'all. I appreciate y'all for stopping in for another episode. Once again, hold on, because I don't want to mess it up, bro. Because, these gentlemen definitely, did us a grand, letting us come in, shoot this podcast inside of this lovely location there. If you anywhere in the KC area, please step out, come out this way. I've never been in this area of town before, bro. This is literally my first time ever coming. I didn't know where the hell I was going. Yeah. Looked a little hood, at first, but then it started looking historical. I'm like, oh, okay, now I see the vision, you know what I mean? But I want to give a shout out, to them one more time when we roll through my notes again. You know what I'm saying? I got too much stuff, bro. Okay. The Shop Cigar Lounge in the historic Strawberry Hill area of KCK is what we shooting out of. You know what I mean? And before we get out of here, I want to say, I want to give a, shout out to my grandmother. It's her birthday. She's no longer with us, but, that's my baby. That's my heart. She's literally where I got my name from. My grandmother's name was Johnny Lou Little. My name is Jonathan Little. You know what I mean? So, it's, she was very important to our family. I know my mama gonna cry when she see this part. Shout out to you, Mama, Daddy. Give us something to wipe our tears. You know what I mean? But, I want to do that, and I want to thank these three for sitting down with me again. I appreciate y'all. I don't know. I don't get to tell y'all that a lot. Well, I kind of do because I'm an emotional motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm appreciative, bro.
We are too, though.
That's how I gotta be, bro. Because that's what this is about. You know what I mean? You got to show love to motherfuckers who show love to you, and these three. they make sure that, you know, it's easy for me. You know what I mean? And, you know, hell, I wish I could do more for them. I be trying to, you know, do my little one too, because I want us to start making bread so they can start, you know, getting paid for what they do, man, because, you know, it's rough, you know, and I don't know how Eastside do it. Well, these three, I don't really know how they do it. You know what I mean?
At church.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, you know, this shit was a match made in heaven, bro. Us coming together, bro. It literally, you know, like I said, they didn't know me, I didn't know them. I literally was coming in to do an interview, bro, and it, you know, it turned into this. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I want to appreciate. You know, I want y'all to, you know, tap into. Matter of fact, give all the socials and everything. Where they can reach everybody.
On YouTube, you could reach us at NSPN, and on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads at nosolutionsproductions. All one word.
Give a shout out to the Big Mod, goddamn me, to the podcast. Let them know where they can watch the Big Mod podcast.
Yeah, you can find the Big Modcast on all platforms: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube at the Big Modcast. Follow the Instagram and the TikTok under the same name. Episodes out every Tuesday.
Also, real quick, let me plug. We got first Friday night fights under the bridge, September 1st, and we actually got John Little doing the pre-show face-offs with all the fighters. So he's gonna be doing that. He'll be on in the ring at 6:30.
6:30.
September 1st.
September 1st.
You get your tickets there.
Ticket there.
VIPs, ringside seats, whatever you need. It's gonna be a good one.
I'm gonna bring him out too. I'm glad. Look, he told me about it with shit. This knowledge to me. See how he do me. You don't need. That was my real reaction though. Oh, before we get out of here, I want to say this, baby. I'm upset that you ain't brought none of your girlfriends to the podcast yet. I just want to put that out there. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all know.
I got you.
Thank you, bro. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I wanted to. I had a bone to pick. That's in my notes.
I know we about to end, but are you ready to settle down, or you just ready to kick it?
Man, that is a great question, bro. And I battle with that because I'm a lover boy at heart, bro. Yeah, I know I talk a lot of pimp player shit, but I come from a big family. My mom and daddy been together 30 plus years. So I've always wanted a family, and I thought at 28 years old I would have one. You know what I'm saying? That's me being real. So I've come to a point now where I'm ready to accept somebody into my life now. But at the same time, bro, it's like I need to be free right now. You know what I mean?
But now let me ask you this, John.
Okay.
Shout out Grams. It's her birthday, right? What would Grandma want?
My grandma want me to have a woman, you know what I mean? But these women, man, hey, bro, that's for another episode, bro.
Hey, God's gonna put the right one in front of you.
For sure. Yeah. So, and that's why, currently speaking, bro, I'm just moving through life. Because at the end of the day, I would be a good man for somebody to a fault. I've done that before, where I've put my personality on the back burner for that person because, you know, they were shy and, you know, I didn't want to embarrass them and all that other goofy ass shit. But, yeah, bro, like at this juncture, I just want to get straight real quick. You know what I mean? Like I just want to see where this go, and I want to be free enough. Because, you know, when you got a lady, you know how it go, bro. You got somebody to answer to for all the good men out there.
I don't know
you got somebody to answer to. You know what I mean? And you can't just move how you want to. What you say?
I said I don't know about that. But yeah.
I'm going to be honest.
Hey, but no, you got to find a chick that is, like you said on one podcast, that's down with your program.
Oh, that's real.
You know, because like my lady, she's 100% supportive. You know, there's times that we argue about time and stuff. I got to do this, got to do that. But at the end of the day, she understands the bigger picture.
Yeah.
So as long as that's good and she understands that, you know, like you got to do your thing at times, it'll be all right.
But that's what I'm saying. But okay, let me push back on his ass since he want to push back on me. You can't just move without letting her know what you doing.
I always let her know.
But what I'm saying is,
but it's not like a question. It's more of a you know, communicating.
I don't want to do that right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to communicate with nobody right now.
No, and I understand that.
You understand what I'm saying? I want to be able to just move because, like, if you hit me and say, "Hey, bro, I need you to come guest host real quick or come be on a bet," here I come.
Hey, I'll give you an example.
Okay.
Today.
Okay.
Because we
don't get in trouble.
No. I already got in trouble a little bit. All right, but only because I was supposed to be going to her nephew's birthday party. It's 2 hours away though.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Her sister's kid, and I was supposed to go with her, but because we had to reschedule for today, and it wasn't your fault. Because
I feel like that's what you're doing right now.
That's where I told you the scheduling is the hardest part.
That's real. No, that's real.
It's scheduling not only for the podcast, but for my personal life too.
Oh, see, I should have had you expound on that more. It's cool.
No, you're good. But today was an example of, it got in the way of life a little bit.
Yeah.
But
see, that's
she
also
got it,
appreciative.
She understand.
She took the little one with her?
Yeah.
Oh, you in the doghouse, my nigga?
Nah.
Nah, you in the doghouse.
She took a friend with her.
Oh, okay, cool. He in the doghouse, bro.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Look, I was with my woman for 5 years. How long you been with your lady, bro?
6.
Oh, so he can tell me about some shit. Never mind, bro. My fault. I'm sorry, bro. You know, what the hell am I talking about?
I'll let you know about the program later.
My dog. Okay, now, look. Thank y'all for stopping in. You know what I mean? For another episode, make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell. You know what I'm saying? Then when you see me on the street, man, holla at your boy. Never mind. I'll take that back because y'all getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand in the street. You still got a little time, bro? You still got a little time? Let me know because I'll stop because, I keep going, Mark. I had your ass sitting there for another 30. We're going to end it, bro. I'll stay there for another episode. Cause what's this, episode 23?
This is 23, yeah.
This is 23. End of the season is next week, correct? We may do something we may not, you know what I'm saying? As far as, I may get it all out. But anyway, I'm going to get the hell up out of here, y'all. Appreciate y'all for stopping in. This has been the I-70 Podcast. We out.